More math and reading numbers brought Richmond school leaders into the principal's office today. Well, actually, it was a meeting with the State Board of Education about what RPS needs to do to fix what's being called a learning crisis.
On your side at 6, Richmond reporter Henry Graff has a closer look at what was discussed.
RPS Superintendent Jason Cameron says the learning situation is dire. Both the board and the state hopeful the plan in place will help. Richmond Public School leaders are trying to turn around a bad report card.
And I know that the third graders, if you put them in a room today, group them off at 10 and tell them to read something on the third grade level, they probably won't be able to do that.
RPS is dealing with a learning crisis partially due to the pandemic and virtual learning. Right now, city schools report only 35% of students across the division are proficient in reading. That number stands at 10% for math.
But when you have one reading intervention for 60 students and one reading coach, there is no way they can get to the basics of those phonics and sight words because they don't know the sight words.
Monday, those at the head of the class were called before state education leaders to answer questions about plans to change things.
But I think if you get to middle to 3/4 of the year and the strategies we have in place now aren't seeing the growth that you need, I think some individualized tutoring can be helpful.
State education leaders told RPS they need to add additional instructional days for struggling students to catch up. The city school board is debating 4 extended calendar options right now. RPS will receive $123 million as part of the federal stimulus plan. About $65 million will fund 20 reading interventionists, cover extended day instruction, and create a literacy czar, among a slew of other projects.
Our teachers need all the support that they can get, particularly at this moment, to ensure that our students receive the kind of instruction we all want them to receive.
The school board, which has been divided on a number of issues recently, was told by the state to take the politics out of everything, come together and work together for the sake of the students. On your side in Richmond, Henry Graff, NBC 12 News.
Thanks, Henry.